Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales, the party has finally made it to the top tier of the buried and hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, but not without hardship and courtships with death. Now, faced with two fountains, the party looks to figure out their next steps.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
Tex, it's your turn.
So I see that MJ is on the ground and Alabama is drowning.
Yeah, Alabama's gone.
Just gotta touch the water.
I guess because I saw Alabama be pulled,
You
pulled
watched
into the
Alabama
fountain.
get pulled into the fountain for sure.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at the fountain.
All right, go for it. Shoot an arrow at the fountain.
You're gonna hit me, aren't you?
Unless you are the fountain now. Does 17 hit?
117 hits, yes.
Cool. So the one arrow does 14 damage on the fountain and does 9.
But it doesn't really do 14 damage because it hits a bunch of water.
How do you fight?
And it's not there's nothing magical about that arrow or anything special, so it seems to carve into water.
Does 9 damage hit? Does 9 hit the fountain?
You miss the fountain with the 9, and the arrow cracks off of the stone of the fountain masonry and deflects off into up the stairs. You don't know what happened to it.
Cool.
Florida man,
Yes.
followed by Alabama. Yes.
I would like to make my weapon a magical weapon,
Sure.
and that's a bonus action. So
Cool. What do you say?
bring the sparkle, and I rub my hand across across my long sword.
Florida man, you're like, Papa John's delivers.
Bring the sparkle.
Because Papa John's is terrible. Like, Papa John's a horrible human being,
Yeah.
and he lives in Florida. So
Yeah, Papa
Everybody
John's.
terrible lives in Florida.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good too.
Just
Do you want me to
colors.
try that one, and you can choose?
You,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Papa John's gonna deliver.
No. I don't like this.
It was your idea.
It's not going to sound like that when I edit this
Yeah,
together.
I know.
It's going to sound like Marie Claire's brilliant.
Because she is brilliant.
So because I did that, I cannot vow of enmity
Right.
them this
know.
round, so I'll
Yes.
do it next round. But I was like, I probably need a magical weapon to do any sort of damage.
Help is a bonus action.
Are you helping
want
me?
it?
Yeah.
She's offered and
I've
said
offered
help.
it. I would like to have help.
How does the thrown to the ground, face down, mostly dead Maryland Jane help Florida man in this situation?
She flips at the bird, and that inspires me.
It has to do with a physical helping motion.
Blow some hot air at it's like
Yeah, sure. I love it. Yes. Hot air erupts from both ends of Maryland Jane because that's where it has to come from.
Yeah.
Has to whenever hot air erupts, both ends.
So do I roll just a regular?
And it's visible because you're in water. I mean, you're not
Yeah, it's like a.
restrained. You're just grappled. Yeah. Bubbles come from both points.
All right. Do I? She's glaring at you.
Really hard.
You don't like your character bubbling?
She's like, first you did all that shit to Tuscar, and then you did all
My
this.
character's more refined than this, damn it.
Okay, so
You're air genasi.
what do I get from help?
Unlimited air.
You're like a wind tunnel, like that always blows. You blow. So it's a distraction, right? So what do I roll?
I'm just go
You
play
have
some
advantage.
Pokemon.
Roll your attack.
Okay, 21.
You've hit.
Yay.
Your magical sword.
Magic. Oh shit.
That's what it says when it hits.
Magic, but like in Cranberry's voice.
Cool.
Magic.
What level of magical weapon did you cast it at?
Yeah, it's a level 2 spell.
Yeah, so it gives you +1 and it for attacks and damage, and it is considered magical. So roll your damage.
You are correct, sir. 9 damage. Not much, because I decided to not use,
Sparkles.
anything just yet. So
You're not smiting?
I'll smite, fine.
Might as well.
Another 4 damage, so 13 total. It's not great.
What else are you doing?
I'm going to hit again.
Go for it.
Do I get the second dice? Or was that just for
Sure,
the first
why
one?
not? Technically, you should only get it for 1, but I don't really care.
13. No? Okay.
Nope, that one doesn't hit.
Yeah. I'm done now.
Bring your magical weapon crashing down, crack some stone masonry, and the chips of the fountain crack and splinter and fly and hit Penny in the face. And
You hear Cranberry say from nowhere, magic!
you hear a dull gonk as the stone rumbles from the force of the blow from Florida Man. And it is now your turn, Alabama, followed by MJ.
So is it really deep? Is that what's happening?
You have no idea. Yeah.
So if I were to cast Water Walk, would it stop me from drowning and possibly break the
So
restraint?
I don't think you can actually speak underwater because you are restrained underwater.
Okay, then I'm going to struggle and try and break myself
I
free.
love it. All right. Do so. Struggle and make either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
I don't... Can it be...
Can it be a history check?
Can it be... Can I handle animal and pretend that the water is
An
an
animal?
animal?
It's cute little gerbil. I love you. You handle animal? It's
I
fine.
have +5 in it.
Ah.
It's not proficient, but I have +5.
Ah.
No, stop! 5.
That is not enough to break free. Like the Queen song, you just want to break free, but you do not. And it is MJ's turn.
I am also going to break free of this grapple.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
attempt, in this case. Don't fail me now. Yes, bitches. 22. Am I just adding strength? Or can I add athletics too?
Sure, you can add athletics.
Yes, 25.
Okay, you break free.
Yes. I break free,
Cool. I love it.
and then you can take that thing away. I'm a firebolt it.
No, that was your action.
Ah.
You got a bonus action. If you want.
My bonus action. What can I do here? Can I do anything as a bonus action? It's helpful?
You
Evasion?
can help. You can disengage. You can hide. You can... I mean, I don't think you could really hide. You haven't moved anywhere. And you can dash.
I am going to help.
Cool. Help has been offered. That's your turn. Unless you would like to move away and incur an attack of opportunity.
No.
Okay. No, I mean, I'd ask. Penny, it's your turn, followed by the water weird thingy, and then it's Texas's turn.
So sorry, MJ are you still in the fountain?
No, I'm not
She's
in.
never in the fountain. She's
I
on
was
the edge
outside.
of the fountain.
Sorry, it was still grappled or outside. Sorry. I'm going to do what I always do and try to dispel the magic that is this creature that I hope is a magic creature by your description. Their vague description. So
Go on, cast your spell.
there's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen, and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel and nidium, and germanium, and that's all
It's
the
not even in order?
No, it's not.
That's a dumb song. All right.
I kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
It should
But
be.
science definitely does not come to play in dispelling this magic because it's not a magical beast.
Why do we need magic to destroy it?
And
needed
you
magic a lot in
would like
this.
to do anything else? You have a
Well,
movement
'cause
and a
that's an
bonus action if you'd like.
Heal you again. Though that worked out so well last time.
I mean, if I get hit again, I'm going to need it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, but it's just like, what's the point of healing you? I swear. Just jump back in. I'll do that. I'll heal you again. But I'm at a
no,
third
you-
level.
Sorry, what are you casting?
Healing word.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it at
Is that a
second
cantrip?
level.
Is
It
that a
must
cantrip?
be. No, evocation.
Then you cannot cast it.
It says it's a bonus.
Right. But you've already used your turn to cast a spell. And the only thing you can do with a bonus action is if you've cast a cantrip, can you cast a bonus action spell? You can't cast
That's- yeah.
a bunch of spells in one turn. So is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I will inspire my friend Florida.
How many inspirational
I
things
have
do you have
one
left?
left.
All right.
That was my last one.
Wow.
Because I didn't.
Blowing 'em out.
I haven't rest since my last one.
Florida Man is inspired. Whoop, whoop.
I forgot the song I picked for you.
All right. The water thingy
Freebird.
Is it a D8 or a
continues
D6?
to
It's a
choke
D8.
you there, Alabama. And will smash Maryland Jane again in the face.
Dodge.
Maybe,
If you're lucky.
but misses.
Yes.
You dodge anyway.
I hop. Being like, no wet.
So if it chokes me, do I have to make a saving throw?
No, it's just part of being restrained and you're underwater drowning. You only get so many rounds of that. Texas, what would you like to do?
So when I shot my arrow, what specifically happened to it? Like you said,
It's floating in the water.
so when it hit the fountain, did it Does it look like there's any cracks or damage to it?
You hit the one into the fountain, it chipped off the fountain and went skipping up the stairs. That's the one that missed. And the other one went into the fountain because you hit the water.
Okay, I'm going to move up and attack the fountain with my rapier this time.
Okay. You throw your bow down. Ha!
Yes.
Rush over. Draw your rapier and stab the water.
Stab the water.
And
Are you
skewer
doing anything
Alabama.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Slayer Spray.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What does that look like again?
So my eyes start to glow red, and like smoke kind of fizzles
Cool.
out.
Love it. Are you using your rapier because you're scared of your arrows getting damaged and ruined?
Well, I'm right up close to the fountain, so
Well, not really, but okay. Sure. Rush over. How'd you do?
I'm going to guess that 16 does not hit.
16 hits?
16 hits. Nice. Okay.
So did you hit just one time or two times?
No, 11 doesn't hit?
No.
Okay, so just the one time.
Your rapier cracks against the fountain and bends terribly, springing back to its original shape, and your second strike penetrates deeply into the water, just missing Alabama. You see a piece of metal shink right in front of you and then is pulled back.
I do 6 damage to the fountain. Sorry, 10 damage, my bad.
It does not look to be very effective. You're literally just stabbing water. That was your turn.
That was my turn.
Florida man followed by Alabama.
Vow of enmity against H2O in general that is in shape of people.
You sure? You don't actually need it.
I don't?
Well, you've got help, so you've got your
Well, is that-
advantage on your strike.
Okay.
So you don't need to vow of enmity if you'd rather use your bonus action to do something else that you never do. I don't know if you have them prepared or not, but like a thunderous smite or a searing smite.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. Maybe a wrathful smite?
Why don't you do a wrathful smite as a bonus action then? Cast your wrathful smite and roll your attack.
Uno momento.
Yeah, so the
por favor.
wrathful smite will be only effective for the one strike, I think, but you'll get to do a bunch of extra damage. Roll your attack to hit, and then you can look up what wrathful smite does. Just the one attack. Oh, I was hoping for a nat 20, because that sure would have been pretty. The wrathful smite, and you add your divine smite to it, and just
A 19.
a billion d8s. A 19 is enough to hit. You've struck well and true.
Because I'm inspired, I get an extra d8. I got a d6 from the psychic damage of the wrathful smite.
Well, the d8 doesn't go to your damage.
No, she said I could.
Are you a college of swords? Or
Oh.
college of what? Then you don't get the d8 to the damage.
Dang it.
Sorry.
College of Swords adds d8 to the damage.
It's like everything except for, right? You can add it to other rolls, just not
Sort of, yeah.
damage. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
I'll use a divine smite for
Okay.
my first. So it'll be.
Spend that spell slot.
Additionally, the target is frightened.
Oh my.
They don't make a wisdom saving throw.
It made it. Is the difficulty 15? What's the difficulty on that?
It is a 15.
All right, made it.
32 points of damage. And yeah. Next hit.
32?
Yeah.
How'd you get to 32 on
Shit.
5,
I rolled-
4d8? Wow, that's amazing.
Plus 6. So, like, I had 14 plus 6
Roll
is
2 sides.
20
24.
plus 30, or plus 10 for 30, and 2. It's all there.
I'm glad we
I
invited
masked.
you.
You destroyed it.
Okay.
Is
you
it
don't
dead?
need to roll again.
You got
Dang it.
You destroyed whatever it was. The
I'm like, bah!
There's a loud gurgling,
Oh.
and the water rushes out. Maybe there's a weird smell or something that's left in the pool, but there's no, like, it was elemental water in a pool. You have no idea how, like, it just,
I'm just going to take some in a flask. No, I'm just kidding.
the other fountain begins to fill.
Oh, ding.
You're completely waterlogged, but you're no longer grappled or contained at all, Alabama. It is your turn.
Can I stand up and
What's the first thing you do?
I want to get the water out of myself?
Yeah, okay. What's the first thing you do? You're laying there on the ground. Suddenly you're freed. You're no longer restrained. And what's the first thing you do?
Cough up all the water.
Yeah, okay, do that. And then? Oh my God, does it smell? That is a terrible smell. This is the worst smell you've ever smelled.
It wasn't me.
It is you. It's all, I mean, you were coated in it and encased in it. Now you have that
And then he
terrible sulfurous smell all over you.
Maybe it is me.
I'm now out of all spell slots.
Wow.
Oh.
You hear the water coursing from the other fountain as it begins to fill.
I look over at the other fountain. I firebolt it.
I was just going to say, fireball.
Jesus.
Hey, if we're far away, it can't attack us, right?
Yeah, so why are we firebolting it?
It's not your turn. Actually, it is. Alabama, what do you do with the rest of your turn? You get up. It's half your movement. You cough and splutter. That's your action. What do you do?
So I can't cast anything because I'm coughing and spluttering.
No, you can cast something. What do you want to? You want to cast a spell?
At the other fountain.
Okay, go ahead. Sure. Yeah,
I'm mad at it now.
I love it. What are you going to cast?
I'm going to cast my Sacred Flame at it.
All right, your Sacred Flame hits, but it doesn't really do anything. It just hits a fountain.
That's okay. It was more out of anger.
What do you say when you cast Searing Flame again?
Kinich. I'm pretty mad. I just took so much damage from this darn water when I just wanted to drink some water to quench my thirst. Fill my hands with the fiery spirit so that I may take my revenge. Oh, man.
Sacred Flame now strikes you instead of the fountain.
No.
Why?
No, I mean, because you said fill your hands with the righteous act. Remember, Sacred Flame doesn't come from you. It strikes from the sky down upon
Please,
whatever.
don't hit my hands. Hit the fountain.
It curves at the last moment and hits the fountain and cracks the fountain brutally. MJ, what do you want to do?
That's what I was going to do. Well, okay. I start looking for cool stuff around the room.
Sure, yeah. The water continues to fill the other fountain.
You have Sacred Flame too?
No,
She's
I was going to firebolt it.
It's not the same
yeah,
thing.
that's fair. You shouldn't say that.
Does the water look like it's the same kind of water? Or
Dude,
does it look like
looked
water?
water.
Oh, it
The
did.
water looks like water.
Everything was water. And the water was water. And it was just living water.
So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to firebolt that water as I walk by it. Not too close.
Sure. Start to walk over by the thing and you firebolt it. Keep
Yeah.
it for it.
Kinich, light up a bitch. Maybe light up a bitch.
Cool. You've struck. Roll your damage on the fountain as you hit it with your firebolt. Penny, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Not attack a fountain.
How do you know that this isn't another terrible, horrible elemental that's coming through here finally and is going to strike you too?
Her instinct tells her that if she leaves the water alone, that it will leave her alone. That's her gut. That's
So
what her gut's telling
Where
her.
is this instinct coming from? What is there some sort of Terra folk story of when you destroy the one fountain water, the other fountain is fine?
Yeah, because it learned its lesson. There's an old Terra folk story
All right,
about
so-
2 lakes.
Penny starts telling everyone that this other fountain's fine because of the old story of two. And then what do you do?
I think that takes up her whole action, is telling them. It's a long story. And she's very detailed.
You're so confident. Put your hand in it. Let's see what happens.
No, I said you don't touch it. If you leave it alone, it will leave you alone. If you attack it,
You're not in character.
Yeah, that's right. Just very into the story now.
Yeah, I know, but just be in character. All right.
If you leave it alone, it will leave you alone. If you touch it, it's going to touch you back.
All right.
So,
Light up a bitch.
Penny is full of fountain proselytizing, and it is Texas' turn. Texas, what do you want to do?
So I can clearly see that what I'm doing, what I did to the previous fountain wasn't do. I was just
Very
scouting.
ineffectual.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to the stairs and grab my one arrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And
all right.
then-
Make a survival check.
11.
Yeah, your arrow's in pretty good condition. You can keep it.
Sweet.
The other arrow, though, is gone. Sucked away. It's actually broken in half in the fountain.
Sad.
It was one of the bent ones anyway, so whatever. All right, that's what you do with your turn.
That's all I do.
Florida man.
The water's still continuing to flow.
Absolutely. Gurgling forth from the other fountain with frothy white foam.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to it and just stab it a bunch.
Okay, yeah.
Like just with my
Dip
magical sword.
Looks like you're dipping your magical sword in the water. Looks great.
It doesn't seem to do any damage, or it doesn't seem to react.
Doesn't seem to react. No.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just being careful and stabbing it.
Absolutely.
Preemptively stabbing the magical water.
Alabama, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm still mad at it. He does the exact same thing. But instead of saying through his hands this time, he makes a correction and says, Ginich, shoot straight for the water.
Shoot straight further.
The water finally finishes coursing into the one fountain, and it has floated the shell of that long since gone crayfish to the surface. Those of you who are standing there stabbing the fountain just to make sure that it's not some sort of elemental, notice something glint on the bottom of the fountain and shine.
Ooh, mine. I go in.
a rogue right there, but sure.
No, the rogue is not there. The rogue
Oh.
was
No.
not near the fountain.
But I went into
the rogue went
and-
past the fountain
Right.
before.
Yeah, I'm stabbing.
Yes.
And I went into the fountain before it filled up with water, and
Yeah.
there was no glinty then.
It was underneath the crayfish skeleton.
Oh,
But you didn't get a chance to do anything because you went into that other fountain, and then Alabama, literally with
Oh,
his turn,
right.
went over to drink some water and combat raged.
Yeah.
You didn't. It's fine. So you don't get everything.
No, I know. I was just annoyed that it was right there.
I know. All along. In fact, if I hadn't filled it, you probably would have missed it. Anyway, you see a platinum key and chain at the bottom of this fountain.
I'm going to grab it and put it around my neck. Hopefully it doesn't choke me.
I'm gonna wear it.
I'm going to wear it like a gangster.
Bling.
Swag.
It's your bling.
Yeah, no.
Please describe what this key looks like.
It actually has tropical flowers engraved along the side of it. And the like little key teeth actually are like leaves from the flowers.
I love it. Sounds lovely. It is on a chain that you can wear. Sure, why not? That sounds delightful as well. And you put the platinum
Like,
chain
over
around
my-
your neck,
Over my
and
neck.
there's a big ass key hanging there in front of you.
Like how big? Like side of my hand?
2 hands.
Okay, so I feel like Mr. T in a way, but I'm like very happy I have bling.
I feel like you're more Flava Flav if it's that big.
You
Okay,
head
fine.
up the stairs as there is nothing else in this room. And in the middle of this chamber is what appears to be a withered, preserved form of a centaur mounted on a slab of marble, tinted green and decked out in lacquered feathers, leather, and copper wire jewelry. She faces the western entrance to this chamber. The centaur holds a bronze hafted pike tipped with a broad, blue-gray, flame-shaped spearhead. Scattered around the room are jewelry and knickknacks made of beaten copper, cut and polished obsidian, shells, quartz, and coral. Much of this treasure is at the feet, the hooves of this centaur, symbolically being trodden underfoot. 2 tall urns shaped like wicker baskets stand along the wall opposite you, each one filled to the brim with river stones. Would you like to see a picture of this centaur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool.
She looks cool.
I love the
I like the
headdress.
feathers, yeah.
Yeah, the headdress is really cool. I start to unclip my Pikachu backpack and start to shove stuff.
It is mostly full of your Pikachu backpack. but
Dang
that's
it. I pull out a heavy bag from my Pikachu backpack.
What you doing?
fine. For those of
we
you
should
who
take
are proficient with history, make a check.
Yeah.
I feel like we should collect all this
If
stuff.
you are a
I am not doing
anthropologist or archaeologist,
Yeah.
you may make it with advantage.
I'm going to wait.
How do we do?
19.
19.
Excellent. And
12.
that is good enough to know that this centaur is a figure of the Old Mon history.
Sick.
And it is beyond that, you're not too sure. You think that it is the offspring of chicken pizza.
No.
I'm pretty sure this is the offspring of chicken pizza.
Yeah, that's really well done. I love that.
Of who?
Chicken pizza.
You think that Alabama means Chitza Atlan.
Do you mean Chitza Atlan?
I'm pretty sure it's chicken pizza.
Can you say it slower?
Chick. Wait. Chick.
Chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza.
Sure. Close enough.
That was his nickname.
Yeah.
Who at the table still worships Zotzalaha? A resounding silence tells me
Well, I used to, but then
Hooray.
Straight up sucks, dude.
I don't
he's a
think
bat,
we.
so yes, he does.
I'm like, I don't think I like evoked him.
I was
but
gonna say, am I fully like
like-
detached from him now?
I would
Yeah.
think you have constantly made choices
Yeah, because he
towards
started
Kinnich.
ignoring me.
Exactly.
Do we-
Well, Kinnich started paying even more attention to you.
Yeah.
Which maybe that was the whole entire thing whatsoever. It's like you had a good boyfriend, but you felt a little ignored. So you started kind of seeing one of the nerdy goth kids in school just to get your boyfriend's attention again.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
do we still have a connection, him and I?
I'm sorry, we've been watching a lot of Modern Family, and that's totally a Modern Family
right?
episode right
Yeah.
there. You're Manny.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
We haven't, like, are you thinking the same thing as me? Like, we didn't say no to him. We just haven't talked to him or done anything with him since when the
You never call anymore.
Yeah, like the vampire
Let's be clear,
thing.
your bow broke,
Yes.
and you haven't
yeah.
done anything. You actually said, like, well, fuck it, I'm out. I don't care. My bow's gone.
Well, I didn't say that. He didn't. My bow
You
was.
said basically that to me. I mean, you didn't say it out loud to Zotzi.
No, I just said my bow broke, but that wasn't me just being like.
You also said, I'm done, peaced out, because I have no connection. I'm not tied to it.
Oh, okay.
His gift to me is broken, so what do I care? Does that still stand, or is that different?
I mean, I guess.
More
if
than
that's
welcome to flip it if you want to.
No, that's fine. I guess.
But yeah, I haven't.
You're no longer, your eyes are no longer that terrible color, right?
That's
you
right.
went back.
They were shit brown,
so,
and now they're not. I forgot about that. You're right.
So, because they went back. So,
Mhm.
where are you at in regards to your
Like, I don't
devotion?
I don't have a devotion to any gods.
You guys all made some pretty big
Yeah.
promises to Zotzalaha, shedding blood and offering your services.
Yeah.
What?
I did not.
Not. I'm
Jake,
looking
not
at. I am
you.
not looking at you, and
This is
but you
not
keep
about
you
you.
keep looking at me like, hey, I'm part of this. No, you're never have
You're a
been
Kinich.
for the first time ever. Yeah. So where are the two of you at? We know Alabama's definitely worked Alabama's stuff out with the two. How are the two of you doing with regards to Zotzalaha?
Like, I'm indifferent. That's my best way to describe it. Like, because I use gods as long as they help me. I don't really have, like, I'm basically this version of an agnostic, I guess. Just like, as long as it makes sense, then I will, like, do it. Like, well, the reason we did Zotzalaha is because he was gonna help us. I'm like, okay, if you help me, then I'll be your friend. And then as soon as that stops being convenient for me, then I stop. So
You're a shitty friend.
I am a shitty god friend. I'm a good friend, but not with gods.
No, I don't feel like that. No, that's a shitty friend attitude. As long as you're doing something for me,
Yeah,
I'll be your friend.
as long as-
But as soon as you're not helping me out no
Yeah.
more, and I don't need to move, and you don't have to pick up my heavy armoire, I'm good. We in
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
It was a couch.
I use
I
him
have
to help
friends
me to
like
move.
you. I
yeah.
don't like them.
He helps me move, and then I never, that's it. I don't even give him pizza or beer after. It's like, thanks for helping me move. See you later. That's me with gods, not with people or other creatures. Just gods. Indifferent.
Huh. And how does Penny feel about all of this?
That's Penny. Allison's different.
She
That's
sure
That's
is.
what Penny
Yeah.
just kind of blurts out.
I always give pizza and beer after moving.
And then you'd peace out, never see them again.
That's right,
Whatever.
but at least I give them pizza and beer.
I don't want to tell you how many friends I have helped move and never talked to after I helped them move.
Do you have a truck?
No, I mean literally like, hey, we can't afford movers. Come over and help me pick up all my heavy stuff and load it into the van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
More than I have fingers.
I remember one time the guy who helped me move into my condo, he was like, we should order pizza. And I was like, well, we kind of got to go somewhere. I didn't even know this guy. He was a neighbor. And then I felt like obligated to buy pizza. And then there was like stuff in the fridge. He's like, ooh, that's like, looks good. And I was like, do you want some? And he took everything and then went to his unit beside me.
Was that the guy down
Yes.
He didn't help you move?
He helped us move a couch. And then
Just
he
a
wanted
couch.
pizza
And then he took all your
beer,
food?
And then, yeah, took everything out of the fridge.
Wow.
This is
For
bef-
one couch?
This is before me.
Yeah. He was that kind of person that as soon as you talk to him, you're just like, ooh.
I'm talking like I spent 8 hours
Yeah.
backbreaking labor, moving things, driving to the
Which
new place,
deserves it.
unloading it,
You
going
deserve
back,
my
getting more
fridge.
stuff. And then
Yeah.
and then I would get a couple slices of pizza and a can of Coke, and then I would never talk to that person
Wow.
ever again. Continuing on, what I'm getting from this is Zotzalaha is the friend that helped you move.
Yep.
I thought he was mad at me when the bow broke.
You made the decision that the bow broke, not me.
And I know that, but I thought like because the bow broke, he's like, you sacrificed the thing that I gave you. I don't want to be a friend anymore. We're not Facebook anymore, kind of thing.
You didn't put out the picture that I bought you when I showed up at your house. And so
It's pretty clear.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess we're that kind of friends.
So turf.
Like Gloria breaking the bunny rabbit. Oh, it's inside.
That was so sad.
That was a good
Jay's
episode.
heart just broke.
Yeah.
Literally.
Back to the game. Modern Family recaps to follow. And yeah, you're sort gathering up valuables and whatnot. You filled the Pikachu backpack at this point. It is not capable of holding. You take a big piece of silvered coral. It's gorgeous. It's worth probably like 25 gold pieces. You put it in the Pikachu backpack and it spits it out.
Pikachu's full.
That means that there is 250 or 450 or whatever in the poundage that you can put in there is full of stuff.
Come back on, Pikachu.
Your extra dimensional, unfinished closet space door can now barely close.
I'm assuming it's a zipper, right?
I was
just
thinking
assumed
a clip.
It's got a flap.
Okay.
It's got a flap and a
Okay.
clip.
So we see Florida Man hastily throwing things into a backpack. What's everybody else doing?
Do we know about chicken pizza?
It's chicken pizza.
Because you said it was.
Sorry,
that was
what?
you said that the centaur was the offspring of chicken pizza, but I don't know who chicken pizza is.
No, it was the other one that you actually knew the actual one.
Well, he said it once, and I didn't write it down, so I wrote down chicken pizza because that's what I
Bad
remember.
idea. You should know.
It was like
What's the actual centaur name?
Chicailo? No,
Chica.
that's not even close.
Yeah.
Hola.
All you know is that person,
Yeah.
Alabama is basically won at this point. Because you did not correct Alabama often enough. Everyone else has forgotten the name. You're like, oh, I only knew. The name's
Now
gone.
she's got chicken pizza stuck in my head.
Exactly. So chicken pizza's stuck in your head. And you know that person, which is not that name,
Mm-hmm.
which is bad, don't want to call them by
You're
that
like,
bad name,
chicken
is
Well,
the guardian of the gateway to the underworld.
Oh, yeah, that's bad to not.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
what
wanna get
that's
that
why I
name
wanted
wrong.
to know.
I feel like
This
it's
is
like
one of the
Chichin
daughters.
something. Chichin.
Chicken.
Chitsanitsa.
No, that's a
No,
my
it wasn't.
pyramid.
It was like it had a totally different ending, but it only starts with cha and then it stops after that. I remember that much.
Chicken pizza.
It's something Atzel or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Atzel
Chichinatzel.
Rose. Yep.
No, it's not Atzel Rose.
One exit from this room across from you, the mummy figure of the centaur, because it's definitely the remains. It's mounted there, right? Like
I thought
it's
it was a statue.
a full-on thing. It's not a statue. It's a literal remains
Oh.
lacquered and painted and holding this amazing-looking spear. It's like, wow, is that a deadly-looking spear of deadliness and wicked awesomeness?
I do
And
want
oh
the
my
headdress.
goodness. And yes, that too. And that you can barely see, you make out the door on the other side, cast by the shadow from your continual flame torches of the guardian whose name you have forgotten.
I didn't study that well for this test.
I appreciate your headdress, madam, I say to the statue. And then I go to the door.
You're gathering stuff up.
I was,
So,
yeah.
what is everybody else doing?
I'm going to see if I can get on speaking terms with Zotzalaha again.
Oh, okay.
So I call out to him.
Give a moment and call out. Okay. What is everybody else doing?
I'm going to go and check out those urns.
Sure. Full of river stones.
What are river stones?
Stones from
Stones from a river.
That's it? Cool.
Smooth, round stones, at least at the top. You're not sure if it's stones all the way down or not.
Is there anything around this doorway the urns are beside?
All right. You spend
Right.
some time looking at the door. Al?
Oh no, I
What
don't
you doing,
like
Al?
that face.
Fireball a statue.
No, everybody is too close to the statue.
She didn't ask how small the room was.
I didn't ask how close everyone was.
But you would fireball yourself. I don't think you want to do that.
I'm just checking out the statue.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking out its headdress and its clothing.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Before I forget, I did want to lay on hands. Maryland Jane.
Oh,
All right.
Yes, please. Just lay them
Touch
hands on
Maryland
me.
Jane appropriately.
Yeah.
And what are
Or
you doing? You're just
inappropriately.
checking the statue out?
Is it furry? Like,
Well,
is
it's
it
a horse.
centaur?
So yeah, so the bottom half is furry.
So I'm definitely gonna pet it.
Yeah, and the hair is all, I mean, it's like mummified, but
Yeah.
it feels like it should. Feels like
Yeah,
horsey
he's
flank.
He's checking it out. Does
Yeah.
it have any bags on it, or is it just wearing clothes?
Yeah, no, anything that it could possibly possess is on the ground,
Okay,
laid out in front of it. It is not wearing anything other than what is in this picture.
cool. Yeah, he's just checking it out, feeling it.
Yep.
Touching it.
I mean, definitely not all of the fur is there. There's bones you can see through and whatnot.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's there. You see it again?
No longer a male centaur. You can't compare schlongs.
Yeah, it's a lady.
Yeah, and what it's wearing and checking that out.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely check it all out.
Yep.
Anything else? Take anything off of it? Do you pull anything away from the mummy horse? Do you try to ride the mummy horse?
That honestly was what was going through my head the entire
I love
time. Was
So
to
what you're
get on
doing? You're
it.
climbing the
Yes.
mummy centaur?
Yep.
There's another white gem. That's just delightful. All right.
Well, you can't have a horse creature and not climb it.
Okay.
You absolutely can.
No.
Look, someone is investigating a door. Someone is gathering up all of the stuff. What are you doing?
I'm standing horrified at
What were
Paige.
you doing before Alabama started doing this
It's
stuff?
Alabama, not
Yes.
Paige. Thank you very much.
What were you doing?
I was going to also inspect like the urns and stuff, not touch them,
Yeah,
but inspect
you
them.
have no idea. You don't see Alabama climbing the centaur. You're inspecting the urns and looking at stuff too.
My
You're
spidey
looking
sense.
around. Your spidey sense. All right.
I am horrified on the inside.
Yes, of course you should be.
Especially because
Meanwhile-
she gave me so much shit when she played a
I know.
centaur.
That's why
I
I'm just
wrote
like,
her.
you don't have to ride centaurs.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
That is
you
why
don't.
that's why you have a centaur friend. Free rides.
My centaur disagrees.
Get you everywhere
You send
faster.
You get
a
drunk
jerk.
and they make sure
Why do you
you
have
get
this
home
long
okay.
back
They're
if
the
you're
My
not gonna let
best.
people
centaur
be on
did
it?
not like being called a horse because he's not a horse. And anyone who called him a horse did not get a ride.
But what if you had talked a lot and been yelling a lot and you just were a little horse?
He was a big horse. He wasn't a little horse.
But I mean, okay, so he was very hoarse.
he was very horse.
Couldn't get called on it?
No.
What do you say?
In spite of all that, I don't know what to say. We've taken a journey here today. So Tex remembers that he had to do like a blood sacrifice to Zotzalaha previously.
Vaguely.
He's like vaguely remembers. blood.
No, he remembers it very explicitly.
fine.
You just vaguely recall it.
No, I actually just remember that because I did the hand thing. So Tex speaks out and he goes, "Well, Zotzalaha, the nice gift that you gave me, unfortunately, is no longer of this world. Are you still there? Are you still with me, Texas Walker Ranger?"
Well, are you still with Zotzalaha?
Tex thinks he isn't because
I mean, do you still promise and pledge to destroy, kill, bring darkness upon the land?
Yes.
Which is what Zotzalaha wants.
Yes, I do.
And you still pledge that and promise that in your heart.
Yes.
Okay.
So we gotta kill Texas.
Whoa.
Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Got it.
Do you feel that Maryland Jane, if she were to find this out, would want to kill you?
I mean, she's already done so in those visions that I saw.
You look
Oh.
over and you see Alabama climbing onto the centaur mummy. Well, the lights flicker for you. The 3 continual flame torches that you have remaining wash away into darkness just for a brief moment like a brownout. And the centaur mummy's head, which was looking at one of the 2 exits, turns and regards you. Its mouth opens in a flurry of tiny, small flying insects come forth from the mouth, and the words, "I am with you, with me, and I will with you."
Aw.
Just so you know, nobody else sees the
He's a-
mummy's
yeah.
head turn or any of these flying insects which buzz and cloud the room.
You're riding my god.
I mean, this is just a servant of Zotzalaha in some capacity, right? Because this isn't a lieutenant underneath the captain chicken pizza.
I think you best be careful up there. It would appear that beautiful centaur you're riding there is a servant of the great Zotzalaha.
Everyone make an insight check. Did anybody beat a 15?
Oh, yeah.
Alabama, you're riding the centaur mummy. Where's your hands? How are you holding onto it?
Like around the neck.
Around the neck of the... Okay.
say.
Oh my.
Because it's a woman on
Neck.
top.
Just so everyone's aware,
So you're like choking her?
Chelsea just grabbed her chest.
It's a
Like,
human body, not a horse head.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's honestly, don't grab her by the neck.
why not? You can grab something around the neck.
You
That'd be fine.
can.
Around her.
Stop-
Nice.
stop
Shoulder?
Being sympathetic to a mummy statue of a centaur just because you formerly played a centaur and you have a lot of unbridled Joke intended. Sympathy for that which is a figment of your imagination.
I feel like generally you shouldn't wrap your hands
So
around
I'd like
a
to
woman's
clarify.
neck.
I'm
Let's
not,
just not.
It's not my hands that are wrapped.
Okay.
It's like when a child tries to piggyback.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah, I love
and the arms are
arms
wrapped
all the way around the shoulders and neck. I love it. It's great. I love the color. One of your hands drifts a little south and you pull it back up right away.
It happens.
Yeah, it's of course. These things,
It's been a while since I've seen Arizona.
desiccated flesh. You look and you see Texas Walker. He is standing there, changed in some capacity. His spine is a lot more sturdy. He has some steel in his resolve. His gaze looks almost devoted to the centaur mummy that you are on, and his gaze flickers to you for the briefest of moments. No one else notices this. What is the expression on your face when you look at Alabama, former follower of Kinich, fallen to the great and glorious, the ever dark Zotzalaha? And here's Alabama bringing light back into the relationship and light back into the world again, having forsaken Zotzalaha and returning to Kinich Aja.
So I turn slowly to Alabama, and then his eyes are kind of open, but then they slowly kind of squint, and then he's got a big toothy grin like the Joker, the Cheshire Cat, on his face.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you see, whoa, he's a little darker than you were expecting in his worship of Zotzalaha. Anyway, so furthermore, what would everybody like to do? Is at this point, you check the door. Doesn't seem to be any traps. Doesn't seem to be any strangeness to the lintel. Seems like a regular sort of door and that you would find in this shrine of Tamoachan.
I open said door.
I don't doubt that you were planning on doing it, but Florida Man already said that when she finished gathering up stuff and the thing fell out, she's like, well, I'm done here, and headed for the door. So there might be a little standoff here as you just finish it. You look over and you're like, okay, it's safe. It's free. Oh, and then that's just as Florida Man, like not even paying any attention or caring as to whether or not you were doing these checks, just opens the door to head out.
Totally happens. Yeah.
And when that happens, why are you shaking your head?
I know some bad's gonna happen.
What bad thing's gonna happen?
I'm not gonna say because then you'll do it.
What?
I don't know. Monster, trap, usually trap. I assume trap.
No. In
Oh.
fact, the mummy comes to life
That's bad.
and in ancient Olman cries out and says, but all of you can understand, so I'll just say it in English. None who are not dead may enter, and none may leave.
Well, we're fucked.
Just don't go out the door.
But you hear Texas Walker quietly whispered to you and you alone, if you speak the password, you will be able to leave. Chitza Atlan
Oh, write it down.
grants you your... Hey, whoa! This is a whisper that you don't get to hear.
I just don't want chicken pizza on my...
It's too bad. You
But
should have
you
written it
wrote
down
down.
before. Instead, you allowed everyone to remember
Chicken pizza.
instead of the name Marnie like you were supposed to.
Marnie.
We'd already had a discussion
I'm
about
Amber. I
names.
think you're not Amber.
We already had that happen
We did
today.
have, but okay, that Marnie is easy to remember than Chitzaatla or whatever.
So you hear, and you say, basically, this whispered voice to you, you say this, you will be granted freedom, the ability to leave. And that's where we'll end today.
Oh, no.
Oh, I have to do the element song again. Sorry, I didn't prep and I'm terrible. I was looking at other stuff. I should just write it down. I should write down some of those.
Hydrogen and helium, phosphorus and carbon and gold and then all and aluminum and plutonium and plutonium and zirconium and zirium.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all the elements I know.
We'll take
Zinc.
that. I accept that.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Lead, gold, silver.
Because it doesn't start at helium. That's the confusing thing. Like it doesn't go.
Although silver.
It was gray and gold and silver and blue and scarlet.
do I know
There
and-
was a one-eyed, one-horn flying.
That was
You're a
from-
people leader.
That was from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, cool. Please.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.